Hi there, welcome back. This is a review of the lowest common multiple. So you should have watched the greatest common factor review video first, and now here we are with the lowest common multiple. Don't get these confused because students often do. The factor is smaller than the number while the multiple is bigger. So we found the greatest common factor of 20 and 36 was 4. 4 is smaller than 20 and 36. Okay, now we're going to find the multiple of 20 and 36, and it's going to be a number that's bigger than both 20 and 36, most likely. So, once again, we can use the list method or the other method, which is multiplication method. I'll review both with you, starting with the list method. The lowest common multiple, if you look at this, is the smallest number, lowest being the smallest number that goes into both is a number that's bigger, is a multiple. So a multiple meaning if you multiply 20 by 1 or 2 or 3 and so on and so forth, all of those numbers are multiples of 20. So to find a multiple of 20, let's start with the list method. And we're just going to list the multiples of each number. So if you need a calculator, you can use a calculator to do this. But the first multiple would be 20, because 20 times 1 is 20. After that, you can do 20 times 2, which is 40, times 3, 60, 80, 100, and so on and so forth. Notice, and you guys noticed as well, you all noticed, you could also just add 20 each time, and you get that answer too. Okay, either way you can find the multiple of the number. Let's list a couple for 36, starting with 36. If I were to add 36 to itself, basically doubling it, I would get 72. Again, if you can't do that in your head, you can use a calculator or you can write it out like this, 36 plus 36. You could do 72 plus 36, again, if you can't do it in your head, and that is 108 plus 36 again is 144, and so on and so forth. The next multiple is 180, and I already know that is going to be a multiple of 20. So if I were to list the rest, 120, 140, 160, 180, I know that this is going to be a multiple of 20 and 36. So here we're trying to find the smallest number that's a multiple of both 20 and 36. In other words, it's found in both of our lists. We have 180 and 180 here. There's no number before that goes into both, that both 20 and 36 can go into. So the smallest possible multiple that is common between 20 and 36, or what we call the LCM, the lowest common multiple, is 180. If you did the list method for lowest common multiple, you get 180, and that works fine. The reason why I encourage you to find the second method, though, is sometimes you're going to have to make a very long list before you can find the common multiple. A much simpler way is for you to just multiply 36 by 20, and this is the multiplication method. And this is what I encourage you to do for LCM. Multiply the two numbers together. You can just do it by hand like I'm doing here, and I get 720. You know that 720 is obviously going to be a common multiple of 20 and 36 because I just multiplied them together. So obviously 36 goes into it as well as 20. But the problem is it's not the smallest. In order to make it the LCM, you actually have to take 720 when we multiply these together and then divide it by the GCF. And lucky for you, we already found the GCF in the first problem, so we knew the GCF is 4. Hooray! So what you need to do now is just divide 720 by 4. And when you do that, you get 180. Okay, so the second method is a lot simpler than just listing all the multiples. This one is kind of, you don't have to use your brain as much. You can just put it into a calculator, but you might have to list a lot of multiples. The second time requires you to find the GCF, but it's a lot faster. Okay, so the final LCM again, you're going to get is 180, and that is the review for LCM. Good luck!